tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Talking gold and silver and crypto too. With Joe and the gang, it's what we do.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. We're stacking sats, we're stacking gold. In the world of finance, real gold. Every sip, every chart, we're on our way to financial freedom, come what may.
So grab that tasty beverage, let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Gold. Oh my lord. Absolutely smashing it at the moment. Brand new all-time high. And platinum dying. Platinum is dying, man. What do I mean by dying? We're going to take a look at both of the prices of those. We'll talk about gold. We'll talk about platinum. We'll even do live silver analysis. We'll do Bitcoin and crypto too. Bitcoin, is it rallying? We've got so much to do. It's the first day of the week, well, after Easter area. And boy, do I have some awesome news as well. A little bit of awesome news for this week. Look, if you are watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, dang, you get to enjoy everything we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, including you missed it all Easter weekend. Maybe you did it sneakily without us, and that's okay. Maybe you did it subconsciously, and that's what I'm trying to get you to do. Did any of you, when you had a sip of your beverage, any beverage over the last 4 or 5 days, did you slurp it a little bit? And did you go, that's because of the synchronized slurp? You grab a tasty beverage, I grab my tasty beverage. We slurp them synchronously together, all on the internet, going out live on X and on YouTube right now to all my followers and subscribers. You must do it audibly. It is the honor system. If you don't do it, I'll know and everyone else will know, and you won't be part of the cool group anymore. Get it? Got it? Good. 3, 2, 1, slurp it. Oh, that is extra delicious. I have now upgraded my water to fluoride free, completely fluoride free. I was fluoride free a long time ago, and then I just started drinking fluoride water again. Not anymore, fellas. Not anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Completely fluoride free. Any liquid that goes into my body is completely fluoride free these days. And I'll tell you how I did it too. I have a fantastic gravity filter. I can give you a bit of info on that. But look, let's just get to the shout outs, because it's all about our GMS family, and we'll talk about the topics of the day. If you have a chart request, let us know. Of course, if you want me to see a specific comment, give me a super chat. It's the way I'm going to see it immediately. It also helps support the show. It's because you love me and all that. Now, quickly, the show is brought to you, of course, by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and I have an announcement, quick little announcement, not one of the major announcements. There might be some more of those coming this week, but coming up this Thursday, not tomorrow, but you should watch tomorrow's show anyway, but on Thursday, I have a special guest. Well, I have a special guest, plus it's also on Thursday, it's yours truly's birthday. So Thursday is the birthday show. Yes, I expect virtual cake. and everything else that comes with birthday. So that's my birthday show on Thursday. Joining me for my birthday show on Thursday is ASX Trader. Will be joining us once again this Thursday to talk about what's going on chart-wise. We'll take a look at a whole bunch of different things, where gold is, what's the next undervalued sort of asset class at the moment, and we'll just have a good old chat. This time, we're going to do a tech run tomorrow afternoon to make sure we can share screens and do all that kind of stuff. But ASX Trader is joining us on Thursday on my birthday day, and possibly another announcement on that day as well. So stick around for that, people. Let's do some quick shout outs. Of course, if you want to continue the conversation, head to the Telegram channel. It's the best way to do it. So go to the live chat link and you'll see it right there. I'll also put it in the replay in the description box and also in the pinned comment. Pete Repeat says, GMS. Hi, Jake, Mark. Good to see, boys. What is GT? God, good to see you, boys. That's right. Good one. Nice one. GMS says, Mark, Florida. Florida man is here. Richard. Yes. G'day, Richard. GMS. BTC is consolidating. You could be correct. ACH, your fave. Yes, it did. Alchemy Pay had a nice little run too. It did. It's not over those levels we need to get over just yet. CT from the Lone Star State. GMS, y'all got to catch the replay. Kid event this evening. Dude, family is way more important than your immediate family. Your kid family is more important than this family. But, you know, maybe a close second we are. Jake's Custom Parts. Howdy, everyone. Gold is pumping. Platinum, not so hot? Question mark. Maybe next year, in my opinion. We'll talk about that. Good morning, Aussies. Jake, good to see you, man. Sino's Fishing Adventures. GMS. Hope you all had a fantastic Easter. How was everyone's Easter? I did. I'm going to be honest. I had a cheat day on Sunday. Couldn't help it. There was just chocolate up the wazoo. Okay, as you know, I live a low carb lifestyle. I've been a carnivore for a very, very long time. I've been a strict carnivore since the start of this year, and it's done even more wonders for me. But on Easter, it's like I just went blah. Then yesterday, straight back to it, and I'm feeling great again. I get over the hangovers very quickly. These days. Morning all, says Knackers O'Reilly. Great to see you. Jason Razana, GMS Silent Stacker. Good morning, Good morning, stickers. Are you coming from New Zealand today? Silent Stacker? Soylent Sticker. It's Soylent Sticker. Morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. Let's get through these. We've got to get to the topic of the day. Luke Cabassi, great to see him. Is the mic cutting out for you also? Oh, okay. Could be a streaming thing. Is everyone having streaming issues? 0 water filters are the go. Interesting. I use the Pro Pure. It's now called the Pro 1. So Pro Pure. I bought a gravity water filter years ago, like almost a decade ago. I bought a gravity filter, and then I just in the garage and all that. Popped it out, bought a couple of new filters and a fluoride filter in particular, put a couple of those bad boys in, and now it is the sweetest tasting, most wonderful water, and it's fluoride free. And the whole family is now fluoride free. Get on it, people. I would highly recommend that. ASX Trader, yes, he is coming up. And Niels Han Dynasty is here too. Good to see you, my friend. Cool, yeah, let's talk about that stuff. Gold, oh my God, smashing it. Just be wary from here. Okay, so let's take a look at the gold price. Absolutely killing it, and still killing it as we speak right now. It is making all-time highs as we speak. Let's share the screen. Take a look. Okay, here is gold on the daily time frame, priced in US dollars. It's just, look at it. It's making new all-time highs right now. Okay, 3,442 US dollars, brand new all-time high, literally as we are doing the show in the last couple of hours. It is smashing it, okay? Good to see, although what have we been talking about? Just looking a little bit, it's looking peaky, okay, from around about here. Let me just show you gold in Australian dollars as well. I feel like my internet's a little bit lagging today, but that is what it is. Tell me if I, if I get, what's the word? Robotic and all that stuff. If I start that thing. 5,362 US dollars. It would actually probably be higher if it weren't for the Australian dollar strengthening against the US dollar, or really more so, it's the US dollar weakening. But you see this number go up. That means Australian dollar is strengthening. So if it had been back down here, you would have seen even higher prices in Australian dollars. But yeah, this is where we are. It is right at the precipice of some kind of peak very, very soon. Okay, and we're talking, when I did this, it was around about there. That's an 82 degree angle. That's an 82 degrees up. Okay, that's looking at the, as I said in a Facebook post, which I won't find, but I said it's basically like the last splurts of the tailpipe in your car as you're running out of petrol. You know how it does that thing. It's kind of like the last burst of energy before the car runs out of petrol or car runs out of gas, for my American followers. So it's happening, okay? It's a very steep angle. It's a bit of a mini mania phase, as I've been calling it. We are going to have a decent retrace at some point from around about here. Is it here? Is a little bit higher. I don't think you're not going to get to like $4,000, but you know, somewhere in the next couple of $100, something like that is going to be from anywhere from here. Yeah, just the last little splurts, and then okay. Now, when I did, doesn't mean we're all heading all the way down back to like, you know, $2,700, but that is the lowest. It's the lowest point that I can see it go to. Let me remove that for you. Okay. That is the lowest point. I don't see it really getting any lower than around about $2,700. It may not get there, okay, but we can't figure out what the potential lows are in this next little dip that we will have, and it will be a short-term dip, okay? It'll be a time for people to refuel the tank, okay? We just don't know where that is because we need to find where the top is. Then we can do, okay, from this low and this where the high is. So we don't have that data in yet, okay? But once we get there, then we'll be able to do that. Then we'll be able to figure out, okay, you know, general levels. I'm very confident, though, to say it is highly doubtful that we will close, and I'm saying close, not spike, but close below around about your $2,700-ish kind of mark. Okay, of course, as all my followers know on X and on YouTube, this is the mother of all trend lines going back to 1980, and there we've finally broken through. We probably will have a retest. It's likely we have a retest, but if my point is, we very likely won't go below there. Okay, that is such a huge trend line. It's the mother of all trend lines. If we do have a retest and if we do go lower and lower, that's the bottom end. Okay, so around about your 2750, 2800, call it 27 to 2800, although it might not get to there. Okay, you could have a couple of months of just, you know, down to a certain level. We don't know where that is though, because we have to find where the top is. That's the short answer. See, if you look at this on the monthly time frame, this is straight up, baby. Okay, and this is since we're talking, there it is right there. We're talking since we broke out, okay? You could take it from that low if you really want to, but since we broke out back in March of last year, roughly March of last year, that's a 70% move. That's pretty good on gold in just over a year's time. 70% in over a year's time on gold. Yeah. So the steam is starting to run out, as I've been saying. So just be wary around about here. Again, if you're dollar cost averaging, fantastic. Then don't worry about it. Buy here. Buy when it gets back. Buy when it goes lower. Average your cost in over time. Good. But for those, if you're the pain avoid, if you really hate losing, okay, and there's some people who really hate losing more than other people. Okay, some people are like, oh, dollar cost average, and if it goes down. Some people just have that mentality of, oh, no, I don't want to buy up. I'm not going to buy up here knowing that it's going to go down here. Okay, if you're very confident that it is, maybe you're the type of person that likes to wait. I don't know. Dollar cost averaging people, probably the more chill, like, yeah, man, I'm just going to dollar cost average, dude. Like, you're like the surfer dudes, right? You're like, yeah, whatever, I'll just ride the wave, and then, you know, there'll be a good, there'll be good surf, you know, later on. But if you're the pain avoidant one, I wouldn't be buying up here. Okay, if you really want to avoid it, expecting a move down. Down to where? Don't know. I guess the ultimate, a very obvious point. Before we have a top in, the obvious point is probably right about here. That's pretty obvious right there. So look at that. That's at around about 2,960 US dollars. That could, interesting, it'll be very interesting if this 2,960 roughly lines up with key Fibonacci after we find wherever that top is. Could be now, could be a little bit from now. Okay, I'm going to guess that's going to be the major area, around about $2,960, $3,000 psychological, with the possibility of coming down to that $2,700, $2,800 level. We are extremely overvalued on the weekly time frame. We are uber, extra, ultra, epically overvalued on the monthly time frame as well. We're having a dip. Cool. So gold is currently the loved precious metal. Okay, everyone's loving on gold right now. Silver a little bit. What's the one that is completely dying? Let's go back to here and let's talk about this. This might be a separate topic. So we've talked about gold. It is in a short-term mini mania phase. We are having, in my humble opinion, a dip soon, and it's coming anywhere from now, a couple of $100 from here. I don't know exactly, but it is happening. Okay, let's talk about the other one. While gold is having its mini mania phase, everyone is loving on gold at the moment. And I do think it will have a dip because of that. There is a really highly unloved, unspoken about, untalked about metal. And of course, that's platinum. Okay. Platinum is dying at the moment. When I say dying, it's dying in relation to gold. Okay. We'll take a look at the platinum to gold ratio right now. The question you have to ask yourself is, okay, do I get into the thing? If you're investing in precious metals for the first time today, if you just decided to invest in precious metals, you've been doing your research, you've got your dry powder, and you're like, I'm in now. I didn't know about this precious metals thing. Oh my goodness, what should I be getting? You see gold going through the roof. Are you going to FOMO into gold where it is now when you're seeing more than 80% steep angle increase, okay, so quickly? Or do you look at the other precious metals, knowing that where gold goes, the others tend to follow, okay? And you got to find out which one is the overvalued and which one's the undervalued. That's possibly platinum right now. So let's take a look at platinum. Then we'll get to silver. Then we'll do Bitcoin and crypto and all that sort of stuff. But platinum is dying at the moment. Not in relation to its price. Let's take a look at its price first. Go back here. Where am I? I need to share my screen. So this is the gold price. Again, if you're just looking to get into precious metals investment, you've got three main ones to choose from: gold, silver, and platinum. You could invest in palladium, you could invest in rhodium, but they're just really hard to get from a physical perspective, okay? So there is gold, silver, and platinum. Just look at that massive move in gold, okay? Now look at silver. Silver's also had a decent, it's also broken out of its decent move. We'll come back to silver in just a second, okay? And here is good old platinum. Oh, what does that look like? That, my friends, is definitely some kind of accumulation pattern. You can see that it's been since 2015 with a couple of spikes. Okay, of course, that's March of 2020. That's the outlying black swan thing that we didn't know was going to happen. Okay, and that's the subsequent rubber band beach ball underneath the water reaction to that. Okay, so big dip and then a big spike. That was probably likely to happen. Okay. The banks, the Federal Reserve lowered interest rates, and everyone lowered interest rates, and then, blub, 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 blub. But this is the general range it's been in, around about between roughly $830, $840 to about $1,115, $1,120 for quite some time. Okay, but you can definitely see here from about November of 2021, late 2021, definitely just this massive accumulation pattern. Okay, so then you would say to yourself, well, I mean, it doesn't look like it's dying. I mean, I don't see the price go down. The price isn't going down. Why are you saying it's dying? Okay, because it's been dying in relation to gold. highly undervalued. And now I've spoken about this many times before, but let me just show you. We haven't done an update on the platinum to gold ratio recently. Let's take a look at it now. Oh, okay. This is the platinum to gold ratio. As this is going down, platinum is just way underperforming gold. Gold is killing platinum. Okay. As this number goes up, platinum's having its time in the sun and it's outperforming gold. As you can see, it is now, and we have been at historical low levels back here. We had been respecting this major downtrend line for a good period of time. When it broke out in January of 2021, we respected it. Okay, even when we came down lower, we were still respecting it. And then, so on the monthly time frame, just a few months ago, we started breaking down below. Okay. What do you notice though? Let's take a look. Is it done? I don't know the answer. But the question becomes, well, if you're going to invest in something, now let me go back in. I think gold has a much, and many people, we do know that gold has a much longer way to go. So am I saying you should invest in platinum from here and then platinum's going to just from here keep just up and up and up and up and off you go? No, possibly not. Okay. I do think in the next few months, platinum may potentially outperform gold a little bit because gold's going to have a bit of a dip. Okay, but platinum over the longer term, I think, is looking very good. It could certainly go lower, but look, you're at extremely undervalued levels. So if you take a look on the monthly time frame on the relative strength index, yes, it is a hind casting tool, not a forward casting tool, but you can very clearly see there are periods where you're going to extremely undervalued. And that does tend to coincide with at least some kind of relief rally. You can see the long-term trend has been down though, so do take that into account. But we are getting into extremely undervalued once more. Okay, shorter-term traders. Not that I'm saying anyone should do this, and I'm not considering doing this. I'm not considering doing the following. Some short-term traders, though, would think, okay, well, gold's really overvalued at the moment. Platinum's really undervalued at the moment. The relative strength index is at a very extremely undervalued. I think I might take a position in platinum here, and then hoping for a turnaround. And then I'll swap my platinum for a little bit more gold later on. You could do that if you want, but if you're swapping in between physical, you've got to take into account premiums and whatnot. I'm not really that kind of shorter term trader on ratios like that, on precious metals ratios, but you could do that. Okay, we're in extremely undervalued for platinum right now. Okay, so I could see a case for some people going, yeah, I could do that. You can get caught out, however, because look at this, extremely undervalued. But then the number just kept going down and down and down. Okay, so it doesn't always work in your favor. But what I am saying is it's in an accumulation mode. So platinum, the metal, as in the fiat dollar price, okay, clear accumulation mode. We've been talking about it for a long time. It's been in this symmetrical triangle pattern right here. It is still within it. You've actually got, on this larger one, you've actually got a decent ways to go until you get to the apex. Now that's talking like 2032, that kind of area. Platinum will probably break out before then, okay? But you're in accumulation mode. Is this the time where you go, okay, look, it's not the flavor of the month, it's not even the flavor of the year. I might just get my core stack of platinum and not try and trade in and out. But being in platinum here-ish, I don't know when it's going to break out. It will eventually, okay? Because where gold and silver go, platinum does follow. Gold's going to go to 8,000 to 10,000 US dollars, possibly even more over the next number of years. Okay, platinum will follow along the way. It might be prudent, and I haven't done it myself, but it might be prudent around about now, just because you're in accumulation mode. What's the difference between, 900 or $1,000? It's $1,100, a $200 difference. Well, are you going to wait for a bigger dip, or are you going to wait till it breaks above there? Possibly. That's my breakout signal for me. Someone like ASX Trader, and we'll speak to him about platinum on Thursday. He actually took a position in platinum just recently. It's in accumulation mode. Do you consider putting it in your longer term hold rather than trading it? And just set and forget, because it's historically incredibly undervalued versus gold. It is dying versus gold, but it's in accumulation mode here. That was the long version of saying platinum looks very interesting, okay, out of all the three precious metals. Cool. I am expecting silver. Let's talk about silver now. Okay, let's go to silver. This is silver on the monthly time frame. Okay, price in US dollars, $32.70. We're not over the level I need to be over, and that's doesn't mean we won't get there, but we're not over this level here. That's about it's that $35 level. Okay, very clearly. What I need to see it do is this old chestnut. Right about, there's that 35. Yeah, you call it around about there-ish, okay? Needs to do that, hold a support, and then bounce off, and then we'll be heading up to $50, baby. What we do at $50, I don't know. We'll probably have a little bit of a retest, a little bit of a resistance, quite possibly, but I don't know. We'll be, for the third time in history, at $50. We will get to $50 at some point, okay? And what it does from there, yeah, not quite sure. Hoping for just a straight shot through, and then on to price discovery. But we need to get over that $35 level right there. So very key. On the monthly time frame, on the relative strength index, there is a potential. We haven't closed the month and we haven't found where the pivot point is yet, but there's a potential for a bearish divergence. So you've got to bear in mind that. That would be, a higher high on the price and then a lower high on the relative strength index. We haven't found where this next little top is, okay? So we can't pinpoint it exactly and we can't say it's definitely happening. It's only a potential at this stage. But where gold goes, silver tends to follow. So if I'm very confident that gold is going to have a dip from around about here, silver will likely follow. So that's really all I have to say for silver. Watch out for that max pain line, as I've been talking about, this downtrend line, which if we do tick over here, I think the max pain is somewhere along here. I don't think we find any lower than that. I'm not saying it's going to $23 or $24, okay? I'm just saying that would be the max pain area where it would freak everyone out. And then the smart people go, oh, okay, it's a breakout and then an eventual retest. Oh, okay, cool. I would rather it didn't get down to there. Actually, no, I was going to say because that can set up the potential head and shoulders. But that really wouldn't be a head and shoulders because that's the neckline down there. So you'd actually have to come down to here and do that. So no, ignore that. So I'm happy for it to come down to here and, do something like that. No problem. It would freak everyone out. That would be absolute max pain. But so we don't go through that, oh, holy crap moment, let's just break above 35 and just onwards and upwards, shall we? Yeah, that's where we are. Got a clear $35 for silver. Gold to silver ratio. What did I say? We're at 104 on 100, nearly 105 on the gold to silver ratio. I am expecting at this stage the 110 to 112 mark, roughly, potentially, to be hit. Could stop right about here, but just watch out for 110 to 112. That's looking very detailed. My apologies. Gold is in the mini mania phase. It is the flavor of the month at the moment, and recently it's just been a flavor of multiple months since March of 2021. You've probably been more better to be in gold since March of 2021 than silver for sure. Okay, watch out for that 110 to 112. We need to see it close below bare minimum around about 83.5. And then we'll talk about silver's dominance against gold. It's not happening at the moment, okay? But we stack silver because we know silver is the greatest metal in all of history, okay? 10,000 industrial uses. It's both a monetary metal and an industrial metal. Gold is a little bit of an industrial metal. Platinum's a little bit of industrial one, but silver is the place to be over the longer term. And as we said, once it breaks 50, then you are in price discovery. And if you haven't heard this fact before, for all my potential new subscribers and watchers, Silver is the only asset in the entire world which has never broken its 1980 high. So any asset in the world that existed in 1980 and still exists today, any share, any asset whatsoever, if it existed in 1980 and it still exists to this day, every other asset has broken its 1980 high. Gee, except for, silver. Why is that? Massively market manipulated for some reason. What would be that reason? Why do they want to keep the price of silver down? There's a lot of theories on that. Chris Dwayne has a lot of theories. I did a big interview with Chris Dwayne. You can watch that one. I'll put a link to it somewhere. And there's simple theories, and then there's all the big conspiracy theories. Why has it been kept down? Because it certainly has. Okay, this will be the time where it breaks 50, and you can't keep it down forever. Once it breaks 50, you're in price discovery, and of course, we're talking about, I think, $700 silver, US dollar silver, in a long, long time from now. 10, 20 years. But yeah, that's going to happen eventually. Anyway, that's silver, precious metals, all that. And I will tell you to buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, the greatest bullion dealer in all of Australia. Why? Free shipping when you buy over 20 or more items. It's not a dollar value. You don't have to spend $500 and get free shipping. No, you just need to spend up to 20 or more items. So you can buy 1/10 ounce silver rounds. Okay, they're like $7 or $8 something right now, aren't they? Okay, $8.35. Okay, so you can spend as little as 20 times $8.35. Let's do that, whatever that is. Add to the cart. Now you're going to see a free shipping option. Okay, look at this. This is amazing. Look at that. Now, the first option that comes up on the right-hand side up here is the shipping option, but just underneath, shipping charge is free. Free shipping because you have 20 or more items. I'll prove this to you, right? Let me put 19 instead of 20, and you're going to see that free shipping thing disappear because you've only got 19 items in your shopping cart. Okay, you'll see it right there. See, now that's gone, so you have to pay shipping. Gee, if you just bought one more, okay, now here's the thing. You don't have to buy one more of these. You're like, for some reason, I only want 19 1/10 ounce silver rounds. That's weird because, we all like even numbers. But you say, I want a 1/2 ounce snake. All right, I'll add a 1/2 ounce snake to that. Cool. And you go, okay, well, shipping's going to be $19.35 because, oh, no, hang on, shipping's free again. Why? 19 plus 1 is 20 or more items in your shopping cart. They're the only bullion dealer in Australia that gives you free shipping at all. No other bullion dealer does. No other bullion dealer has dared to. No other bullion dealer kind of gives a crap about you. I say that knowing, that I've worked for 3 major bullion dealers, okay? So I say that in jest, okay? But none of them care about you. They don't want to give you free shipping. Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au is the only one until the rest of the big boys pony up, but that could be years from now. You never know. So make perthbullion.com.au your first go-to. Check their prices first because why? They price match as well. If they sell something that you can find on another major bullion dealer's website for cheaper, you just send Perth Bullion Exchange a message and say, they've got it for cheaper over there. Can you match it? And usually, most of the time, there's a few terms and conditions. Ricky from Perth Bullion Exchange goes, they're in stock over there and we sell them as well and they've got them for cheaper over there. Yeah, we'll match the price for you. It's a price match promise as part of the business's official company policy. Okay, no other bullion dealer has price matching as their official policy. perthbullion.com.au. Let's do some shout outs and do some crypto and some Bitcoin, and I'll take a chart request potentially if I have time. Let's see. Comments. I own not platinum. For the 10 at a time fraud. Don't know. Okay, we've got a bit of stuff going on here. Oh, okay. Am I going to read through it? I don't know if I want to, but let's find out. Returns not big enough or quick enough for Neil. In terms of what are we talking? Smack that like button, says Gerald Draper. Yeah, you better do that, people. Yeah, there are fools that can't see Platinum's moves. Fools, I tells you. Fools, let's see. Yes, Mark Florida says, and to think I was teasing Joe about not hitting $3,000. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. Let's see. Congrats, Joe. Thank you on my birthday on Thursday and having ASX Trader come back on Thursday. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Some more comments. Love everyone's comments. Please use super chats to help with the show. And if you want me to see your specific comment or if you have a chart request, I always give preference to super chats. Gold at 3,450 in the futures. Yep. Okay. Futures are always a little bit of a gap between the actual spot price. Let's see. Let's see now. Neil, I don't have a guarantee government disability check to pay my bills. I actually have to work. No government. Okay, fair enough. Are we making accusations? I don't know what the hell's going on here. I'm up over 160K in gold holdings in the last 6 months. Wow. Congratulations, Pete. That is amazing, dude. Good on you, my friend. Good on you. Ride the wave, my friend. Ride it. If it gets back down to, a little bit less than that or even, ride the wave. We're going much, much higher in gold over the longer term. Okay. I am not going to get into a battle between two commenters in my live stream. So you guys have it out. You do what you do. I'm not going to broadcast that. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, popcorn. That's the Michael Jackson popcorn thing. You do that. I'm not going to get into that one. Thank you very much. Let's see. I do agree. Jason Ashworth. I don't always agree. I hardly ever agree with Jason Ashworth being our token lefty, but I do agree with Jason Ashworth. Respect the channel, guys. Don't think people want you to air your petty grievances here. Yeah, not really. Not on my channel. This channel remains a place of positivity for all. Okay? And of course, I will ban anyone that does, I'll put the ban hammer down for anyone that does, stupid stuff on my channel in the live chat. Not that I'm saying you do. You guys have your little beef. That's fine. You do that. But yeah, keep it clean with us, guys. Yeah, let's keep it civil. I do agree. Let's see. Comments. Let's see. Let's see. Gerald Draper says, as for the GMS community, put on your thinking caps. Time to do your own research. Yeah, BST, Blue Signing Token out of Santiago, Chile. Okay, Sol Radium Decentralized Exchange. Oh, okay. BST, I will put that on the radar. Give me 1 second. You can't see what I'm doing. I'm just going to pop that in. The BST Blue something. All right, that's in my notes. Thanks for that, Gerald. I appreciate it. I will do my own research on that. And you are also saying, there was something else that you did say as well. Okay. Luke asks a question. Luke Kabassi asks, does the postage discount also count for bullion? Does the postage discount also count for bullion? For bars? Yeah, it's anything. Yes, Luke. Any items whatsoever on the website, 20 or more items, no matter whether it's a coin or a bar. If that's the question you're asking, and I'll just be that terrible, awful technical bro. Technically, coins are bullion at the same time. Bullion is all about the purity of the metal. So, it's 99.5% or greater a purity of gold, silver, platinum, whatever the metal is. As long as 99.5% or greater, it is considered bullion grade, no matter whether it is in coin form or bar form or whatever form. Okay. To be considered bullion, it has to have investment grade bullion has to have a stamp, weight, and purity on there as well. Okay, to be considered investment grade bullion. So yes, the postage counts for anything on the perthbullion.com.au website. Gerald Draper says, though, he says extremely high risk. about that BST one. Market cap at $500,000. Yeah, that's a very small market cap. An early bagger gets huge X's, as in times earnings, as this electronic signatures use case can be widely utilized. BST. Thank you, mate. Just read my last 2 entries as a gift to start your research on Blue Signing Token. Happy hunting as it's 0.0005 now. Thank you, Gerald. I appreciate that. One of your favorites, White, which I will take a quick look at, has just had a 50% move in the last 24 hours, roughly. So we'll take a look at that too. We'll do some Toshi. We'll do some other ones. Once BST hits CoinGecko, it's off to the races after centralized exchanges pick it up. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Gerald. Is it one of the Liberty Finance tokens? Let me know. Is it part of the Trump thing? Luke, okay, thank you. Wasn't sure if I had a couple of 1 kilo bars if they do free postage. Wasn't sure if you had a couple of 1 kilo bars, they might not do it, the free postage. You won't get free postage if you're buying a couple of kilo bars. So once again, it is not a dollar value quantity. It's not a dollar value quantity. But yes, if you buy 2 kilos of silver and then buy 18 1-ounce coins or 18 1/10 of an ounce Britannia silver rounds, it's free shipping because you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart. That's a smart way to do it, isn't it? Oh, I want to buy a couple of kilos of silver. Oh, but if I add just 18 of other things, of small things, I can get free shipping. perthbullion.com.au. Let's take a look at, of silver. Cool. Let's take a look at all the other stuff we're going to do. We'll do Bitcoin and crypto. And give me 1 second. I'm going to look it up here just out of interest. You're not going to see it right now. You are watching me do some screen stuff here and you can't see it. You're watching Good Morning Stackers, the weekday live show all about precious metals, investing, crypto as well. I'm just setting up something that you can't see right here. I'm going to look up Blue Signing Token. Ooh, there it is right there on Binance and Sol. Okay. All right. I'm going to look that up and I'm going to put a little watch thing on that. Okay, interesting. Cool. Let me go back and we will share the screen and we'll take a look at Bitcoin and all the other ones. Great to see everyone. Oh, wow, Bitcoin. Okay. Cool. All right, let's take a look. Let's do live Bitcoin and crypto analysis. We'll take a look at Bitcoin. We'll take a look at some of the ones that I've currently watching, not in at the moment. Okay, I'm mostly out of crypto at the moment, quite parked in US dollars. I have obviously precious metals and things as well, but let's share the screen and take a look and start with the big boy. Okay, here is, okay, why not? Let's start on the quarterly. Here is Bitcoin on the quarterly time frame, 87,500 US dollars. We're using the tradingview.com website. Cool. That's the quarterly. I was looking at something else on the quarterly. Normally we go to the daily, but let's just zoom out. It's the Bitstamp exchange price. I think I said we're using the tradingview.com website. This is this is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. Okay, all the way from pennies to where we are now. So this is interesting. We have started this quarter. Okay, green. Many people will say, many people will say, okay, it's just onwards and upwards from here. You could be right. But we have to follow the data. What's the data saying? We're not over the humps just yet, okay? We're not over the lovely lady lumps, okay? The lovely lady lumps is here on the daily. Let me show you. And it's looking great. It's looking good-ish, okay? But where do we find resistance? Bang on. Gee, what do you know? That $87.7 thousand area has remained as resistance. We did say it was a key Fibonacci level, okay, from this high of 109,000, this what looks to be potentially the low, okay, of $75,000 could be just par for course. Breakout, retest, and then onwards and upwards from here in 2025. It could be, but we're not there yet, okay? Do you want to take the risk that it is a fake out here Okay. Do you want to take the risk that Bitcoin still follows the stock market, which it has? It follows the Nasdaq. Are you concerned that the Nasdaq might have a bit of a dip? Technology stocks and whatnot. Well, Bitcoin has traditionally followed tech stocks like the Nasdaq, the index, etc. Doesn't mean that means that Bitcoin's not out of the woods just yet. From just a pure price perspective, from a narrative perspective, you could just be saying, look, breakout, retest. 2025 is the year after the halving. Generally, the year after the halving, you have a massive move. Yeah, it could be true. This could be true, but we need to get through this right here. Okay, right there has to break out. And gee, where does that roughly coincide with? The 0.618. Okay, that uptrend line. What's that uptrend line? That's the one that goes back to February of 2021, the previous all-time highs. So that's the one you have to get above. Get it? Got it? Good. Until we do that, I am not going to be confident. Okay. I will start getting confident after a break of this, which I'm happy to miss that move. Fine by me, man. Fine by me. If we do that and that, chef's kiss, golden child, Bitcoin continued in 2025, then we'll talk higher prices. We'll talk potentially, $130,000, right? This could be, right, from the 1.618 Fibonacci extension from this high and this low. I would watch out for 130,000. I'm not even talking about potential higher prices. I'm just giving you a little preview in case we do that. Watch out for 130. That would be a pretty good area to be toppy. Okay, but we're nowhere near there yet. This has to break through and hold. Okay, got to hold the breakthrough and hold $96,000 Until we do that, no bueno. Okay, you could do that. You could do that. Okay, could really easily happen. Okay, wait for the confirmation of prices. Okay, wait for that. Wait for that. Wait for that. That's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting unless there are complete and utter signs, but I don't see the signs just yet. We are seeing a relief rally. Okay, that's good to see. But what we can also see is a move up to here. Okay, so around about that $91,000, $92,000. That's at the 0.5 mark from this high and this low. And then that's the rejection. Okay, you can have that easy. Then rejects and okay, crap, down we go. If it starts breaking, 82,500 again, yeah, bad news bears. You're done. Okay. Some of you are going to be very positive on Bitcoin right now. Gerald Draper in the comments, very positive on crypto in 2025. You could be completely right. And let me forward project something. Not that any of you are stupid, because you're not stupid. My followers are some of the smartest people in the world. Okay, you are smart people. All right. You're not dumb, and none of you watching right now will come to me later on and type in the comments, "See, I told you so. You should have listened to me earlier. This was doo-doo-doo." None of you are going to do that because you're smart enough to know you've got to wait for some confirmations. Okay? Yes, if you come back to me, anyone comes back and goes, "See, I called it." No, you got lucky. Sorry, you got lucky. Narratives don't mean anything. The price is the price. The price is going to do what the price is going to do. Okay? Got to watch out for that. Cool? Then we're bueno. Other than that, no bueno. But great to see it around that 87,000. Got to clear and at least hold that. Cool. That is Bitcoin. Don't you love my amazing technical analysis terms? Cool, no bueno, all that stuff. This is why you follow me, people, because I'm so entertaining. Here is the altcoin market. Others, the entire altcoin market minus the top 10. Again, not out of the woods just yet. Okay, take it from this high and this low. Good to see that move. Okay, we're back. Good to see that move above that 210 billion, 215 billion mark. So far, it's been a spike. We don't like the spikes, do we? Spikes mean SHIT. It's where you close at. So on the daily time frame, we had a spike up to nearly 220 billion. Okay. It was a big spike. We don't like the big spikes. So what we need to see is this hold. Absolutely. If this does not hold, bad news bears. That's around about $205 billion. So that has to hold right there. And you need to see that quickly. Okay, that needs to do that very quick smart. If we go into the smaller time frame, if that's the pivot point, yes, same thing, around about that 61.8, that's around about your 200 billion. Okay, so yeah, has to bounce off around about 200 billion ish, and then hold as support, and then do that very quick smart, and then that would be a nice setup. Okay, that would be a good setup. That would be a good sign. Okay, so that would be saying, oh, okay, we're going to, if this does this, and we're spitballing here. Okay, if it does this, it's saying, oh, okay, we've found resistance here, but that's a higher high. Oh, right. Okay, that's a higher high. Okay, now we need to make a higher low. So anywhere higher than that. Okay, higher high, higher low. That's really good. Okay, and then potential move up. We're not there yet. Nowhere near it. Got to hold that 200 billion. That's all you need to know. We don't do that. We break through there. Okay. Bad news bears. That is the others market. Let's take a look at my old mate. Let's take a look at ACH. Alchemy Pay had a recent move. Nice, good to see, great. Where do we find resistance at? Gee, what do you know? We found resistance at 3 cents, 2.8 cents, 3 cents roughly, right there. Bang. So listed on the weekly time frame, we had a beautiful move last week. We've just opened yesterday, the new week, and so far we've found resistance, and we haven't broken it yet. Okay, cool. What would we need to hold above? Let's show on the daily time frame. This is, by the way, this is a crypto that I will get back in if it shows signs of continuing higher, like massive strength. We're not there yet. It needs to close above 4 cents in order for me to consider it. Okay, but a getting interested line is 3 cents, and that's found. Where we found exact resistance, pretty much there, right here, between here and I will call it here. You need to find. Needs to hold right here at 2.2 cents, right there. So hold 2.2, and really you can say if you want that uptrend line, but yeah, preferably 2.2. I'd be okay with, and then onwards and upwards. Got to clear 4 cents, and then I will really consider getting back into Alchemy Pay. Not there at the moment. That is ACH Alchemy Pay, but it is absolutely on my radar. Let's take a look at white. I'm going to go all the way back down to white. White is one that Gerald Draper, one of my amazing subscribers, told us about quite a while ago. Actually, kind of around about down here, I think it was, in my previous markings and my drawings. That was at about 0.0004. Since then, we rocketed up to, we had a huge move. What was that? We had a move of about 140%. Then we had this move back down to here, excuse me. Where is it? Right there. We had a consolidation back down about 50%, and then just in the last 24 hours, roughly, yes, is on the daily time frame, we've had another move. I don't know what prompted that move. Is it something that fundamentally, came out to do with white? I don't even remember what it is. I think it's a payment. I think it's it's called White Rock. It's a payment system, I think it was. But Gerald Draper loves it because it's part of the Liberty Finance holdings. Liberty Finance is the Trump crypto thing, okay? And in the last 24 hours, look, it's pumped 90% again. What do we notice though? It tends to have these big pumps and then these moves back down, okay? So we've pumped back up to the 0.382, okay? So that's the area that you need to crack through, okay? So that's between here and here. You need to crack through there, okay? And your final hurdle to say, oh yeah, new all-time highs coming in White Rock is at 0012. You start cracking through there. Support, that is like basically, I mean, it's almost guaranteed that you'll break the all-time high. And once you break the all-time high, you'll be in price discovery. We're not there yet. We're underneath that zone that you need to at least clear. Okay, great to see that 90% pump. Some of you maybe caught that and you've profited. Fantastic. For the longer term holders, I need to see it get out of this zone. Yeah, get through there, and then I'll consider it. I'm not in White Rock at the moment, and I won't consider it until probably above 0.0012. Okay, that's just me. You do you. Let's take a look at something like H-bar. H-bar, I just want to keep an eye out on. I do like H-bar. Not a lot to say on H-bar. We are still below 19 US cents, and once we climb above there, then we'll start talking turkey. Start doing that. I'll say that's a potential a bullish change of market structure, and then we'll talk about higher highs from there. We're not above 19 cents. It's anyone's game at this stage. Let me take a look. We're going to cross over. Let's cross over, people. I want to take a look at it just for Gerald Draper and everyone else. Here is BST. This is Blue Signing Token. This is one that a subscriber named Gerald Draper just mentioned on the channel just before. Okay, happens to believe it's a very small. This is a micro cap crypto. Okay, but happens to believe it's one that is a bit of alpha. So he believes he's giving us some alpha here on Blue Signing Token. It is to do with payments, as far as I remember, or it's a signing token. Okay, to do with. I'll go back into the comments and find out what it was to do with. But anyway, here it is. It launched. This is the daily time frame. It launched in March, on the 12th of March this year. We had a move up to. We're in the fractions of a cent here. Fractions of a fraction of a cent. It had a move up to 0.0002. Then a move back down to 0.0014. A move up to the big pump to 0.0066. Okay, and then. So far, it's been in a consolidation or accumulation pattern. We've matched the previous all-time high. Could this be the time where it eventually breaks out? Maybe. You're looking at this on the logarithmic chart. Okay, that's the linear chart right there. I like to use the logarithmic chart. Even though it's such a brand new coin, I like using the logarithmic. If I take the high here and this potential low, excuse me, right there. Do we see anything lining up? Yeah, okay, that's not bad. Not a lot to say. If I look at it on the weekly time frame, how does it look on the weekly? Okay, yeah, you can see move up to that previous all-time high. I would want to hold about here. So right now is where we are. Right now is where we are. Right now is where I need to hold above. So preferably above that 0.3, that 0.0037 level. I will give you all the way down to. I'll give you down to here at 0.000. No, that's the 3. Sorry, my apologies. That's the 4.3. Yeah, down to the 3.7. I'll give it to you down. I'll give it to you down there. Oh, no, I will. Yeah, you can see the cluster of support there. I'll be okay if Blue Signing Token comes anywhere down to here. Okay, that's your major support level. You don't want to break there. So that's at 0.0003. You can see a very clear area of resistance there. You want now resistance to become support. I preferably would like to see it bounce off the 0.5, you see that previous spike at resistance there, that's at 0.0037-ish. So preferably a bounce off there, but I'll give it down to there. If you start breaking 0.0003 and then find resistance, yeah, not good, okay? That will just signal a potential double top here on BST, and then, yeah, I'd just be looking out for lower prices. So as long as you hold above 0.0003 for BST, Blue Signing Token, you might be on a winner. I do not give any financial advice with this. I will tell you, you should probably be buying gold over the long term, okay? Gold going to, $8,000, $10,000, okay? US dollars the next few years. I can't, with a very micro cap crypto that I've just seen for the first time, to tell anyone that they should be getting into this. And in fact, you probably shouldn't. If you're a gambling person, this is available on Sol, on the Solarium network, then sure. Solana network, Solarium, on the Solana network, then sure, you could take a little punt. Only put into BST, Blue Signing Token, what you are willing to absolutely lose whatsoever. If you put 500, it's like, it's $500 I could afford to lose. If you can afford to lose it, sure, maybe give it a go. I will keep watching this. I won't get into blue signing token BST, but I'll do more of my research on it. Thank you to Gerald Draper for the heads up on that. That's blue signing token. Let's finally take a quick look at Toshi. Cool. Here is Toshi on the daily time frame, priced in US dollars, 000, 333, 000, Okay, we are still under my cautiously optimistic zone, and that is anywhere above 0.0004. Cool. Where have we found support so far? This could be a nice move. It could be from this low and this high. Where did we bounce at? Okay, we bounced at the Fibonacci 0.5 level. Okay, so from this low and this high, this is the area in which you need to find support in this zone here in general. Okay, if you don't find support and break out of that zone, then it's more likely to break down. But we have found support and we're finding consolidation around about there. That's good. If we break out of here, and that's around about where we are now. If you break out of there, that's actually a pretty good sign. Then you're probably going to have a test at least of my cautiously optimistic zone. That's at 0.0004. I need to see, and that's based on this spike right here, I need to see that broken out of and now hold as support. Then we'll talk about, oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, cautiously optimistic. I wouldn't personally be back into Toshi at that level. Some of you may. Okay, you can decide for yourself. I would be probably very excited after 0.0007. You got a lot of room in between there for something to happen, and just for it to, have a relief. What the blazes with that, Toshi? Have a relief rally, okay? Because when you take a look here, if I get rid of all this flotsam and jetsam and I pop this on the weekly time frame, let's get rid of all that. That's where we've come from, okay? So it going to here doesn't signify absolute strength, okay? Your strength is right there after your 0.007. So I'm waiting for around about there for Toshi to signify potential, bigger moves in 2025. That is Toshi. Good on you. Let's do some final comments and we'll get out of here. Let's see. Gerald, let's see. Signal seems to be... yes, Signal, that's right. Let's do some more comments. Blew up, I know. White Rock. The Santiago Chile Origin project has nothing to do... Okay, so thank you. So BST has nothing to do with the Liberty Finance. Okay, it's nothing to do with the Trump family financial monster. Okay, but White Rock is. Yes, that's right. Have fun with that. I will have fun with that. Yeah. Who's your buddy? Who's your pal? It's me giving you all the alpha on crypto. I appreciate it, Gerald. Make 3 times with BTC at the extreme. Some alts will 10 times without breaking a sweat. Yeah, probably. Jason Ashworth. Everyone enjoyed the Blue Origin flight? Okay. Post a comment right now. We are live, and I'll stay around for another 5 minutes while I do some comments. Post a comment right now. Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Do you believe that this most recent Blue Origin flight was real? Did it really happen? Did they go where they went? Did they spend their time there? Did it really happen? Y for yes, N for no. I want to know all your opinions, okay, on that. I'll get to that in just a second. Catch you later, LAM. Great to see you, my friend. How many of them are climate activists? Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Jason Ashworth says, wow, Signal seems so leaky. War plans everywhere. Yeah, exactly. How did his wife's number get on his phone? Yeah, exactly. I think it sounds like you're being a bit balanced there. So if you don't know what we're talking about, the Signal app, this is where Pete Hegseth, the new Secretary of Defense, last month or the month before, I think it was, a journalist accidentally got added to the Signal app is like WhatsApp, like it's like Telegram or WhatsApp or whatever. It's one of those where it's supposedly, secure comms and all that. But they were using it, and they were talking about the war plans for the Houthis. and the attack plans and whatever. And a journalist got put on there by accident and then leaked it and said, oh, hey, look what I got accidentally put on this. And it was a big thing. Oh, no, blah, blah, blah. It turns out he also accidentally sent plans to his wife, his brother, and one other person who was kind of related to him. Okay. But it happened at the same time. So it wasn't like a second separate incident. It was just, we also found out he accidentally sent it to more people that one time. So it wasn't a second separate thing. How did his wife get on his phone? Yeah, exactly. So Gerald says, I'm waiting for listings and centralized exchanges for BST. Yes, okay. Thanks for the dive. You are very welcome. I am in. Don't do as I do. Just watch and learn. I love your, what's the word? I love your modesty, Gerald. Love it. Yes, this is how you lose this is how you lose your principal or become a millionaire. Don't do what Gerald Draper does. Let's see. N for no. Do you believe it's real? Jason Ashworth does not believe it's real. Interesting. And he's the only one watching at the moment, so that's okay. Not the only one watching, the only one commenting. I actually don't think it's fake. I don't think it's fake. When I saw the footage, though, my God, when you see the footage of the giant phallus, going up, it looks fake as F, doesn't it? When you look at it versus SpaceX launches don't look, the footage doesn't look fake when you see it going up in, the rocket going up. But gee, that Blue Origin phallic symbol just, it looks fake as, and you're talking about the door. Yes. The door was funny. It was opening and they had to close it so Bezos could come and open it. Yeah, that was, correct. That was a publicity thing. Yeah. So because there is and someone did a debunking of the fake claims, and they said, there's a latch on the inside, so you can open it from the inside, because of course you have to be able to open it from the inside in case there's a massive emergency or something. But it's just like one of them, like Katy Perry or his wife or something, it landed. And obviously you want the photo op of Jeff Bezos knocking on the thing and then opening it, and, letting his wife out and Katy Perry and all that. It just one of the ladies in there went, "Oh, we're down. Okay, Duke." And he's like, "No, close it. We need the video." Too funny. It was indeed a bad joke. They should be held accountable for the hoax. I don't think it was a hoax. It looks pretty real to me. Except for that, except for the visuals of the rocket going up. And sometimes we might be, this is the funny thing, we might be in uncanny valley territory at the moment in terms of resolution of cameras. So it might look, we're going to sound strange, right? It might look, the resolution of that camera might be so good, like it might be an 8K camera that they're using, I don't know. It might look so realistic that it looks fake. And I know that sounds weird. I think you know what I'm talking about there. Anyway, so that is all that other stuff. Bezo and the bunnies. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Good Morning Stackers for Tuesday, the 22nd of April, 2025. We'll get a show tomorrow. On Thursday, you get the special of all special shows. Why? It's my birthday. It's my birthday show, and ASX Trader will be joining us at the same time. But of course, I am not joking. Are you kidding? That flimsy door was a joke? No, if you look into it, the door is the door's fine. Nothing bad with the door. The annoying, excited screaming at this women sounded real. Yeah, exactly right. You've been watching Good Morning Stackers. Grab your tasty beverages. We will do our final synchronized slurp for the day. You don't synchronize slurp with anyone else unless you're cheating on me. And guys, you really shouldn't be doing that. So grab your tasty beverages, and thanks for everyone watching. Let's dance it out, because this has been
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do that.
Synchronize.
3, 2, 1, go.
On the move.
Thanks for watching, people. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Have a great day.